Evening. What a weekend. Well, Benny, what do we got here? Yes, it's that one. The one that's normally up there in the background of every single video. A bit of a story behind this one. So, yeah. What are we doing? We're going to do some mods to this. Some repairs and some light mods as well. This beautiful old Greco super sound strat. So, what have we got in mind? The original tuners are going to be replaced with these Goddos, which are relic aged nickel Goddos. They actually, I don't know if we can really see, but they look older than the ones that are on it, than the originals. Hey. So, we're doing that. We're going to put in all new pots. Got Japanese ones. These are Goddo pots, because this is a Japanese built vintage Strat. We're even going to put a new jack in. What else are we doing? I'm going to keep the knobs, because I actually put them on there, because this is it's actually a Robbie Robertson, sort of like a Robbie Robertson Greco. We'll get into that in a bit later. But so we'll keep those knobs. I'm looking at, don't worry, the scratches, that's the protective film. So I'm looking at putting a black guard on it instead. Black guard with the white pickup covers. I've got these through all parts. So these are proper, like, stamp style vintage saddles instead of the cast ones that are supposed to look like. We're gonna put this big orange drop in there. Yeah, how cool's that? The favourite part about it all, that there, we're gonna put this bad boy in, a little 59 for strats. What do you reckon, Benny? What do you reckon? Hey? Let me tell you a funny story about this. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty. I tell you what, I'm drinking these bloody things tonight. Trippy hippies. He'd look at me like that too. Just drink a normal beer, you bloody... Hey? I made a bit of a blue at the start. This is Music Lily, not all parts. These were from Music Lily. The covers were from all parts. And I'm going to use cloth wire too, which I think I'm going to need more than that. But anyway, let's not get caught up on the dates just yet. Let me find your spot and tell you a quick story about this, and then we'll get stuck into it. I'll get those tunes swapped over first. Pull the strings off. We're going to put new ones on anyway. Yeah, we'll do the tuners and maybe the saddles for this vid. And yeah, we'll do this over a few videos. Cool, let me get your spot. Get up there. Righto. Well, I've been thinking about how to put this, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna talk. 95% of the stuff you see in my videos is the first take, because I just like things to be natural. And anyway, so this weekend is 5 years since we lost this legend. I usually just say heart failure. It was a bit more complicated than that, but it's just easier to say heart failure without having to explain anything. And yeah, after we lost him, I sort of had it in my head that I'd love to get, being a keen guitarist, as Ben was a mad collector, not so much a guitarist, but he loved to collect. He was mad keen on cars, old Holdens, British Fords, but as you can tell, any later in life got right into his bikes, loved his bikes, and I wanted to get something in like a memorial piece for him, something, a guitar to remember him by, but I wanted it to be something that was from his year, the year that he was born. And cool old guitars back in the day when they were called Mojo Stomp Boxes. I was keeping an eye on this thing. I just love this. It's that 57 look Strat that I'm a big fan of. And I've been watching this for a while, but then when I come up with the idea of getting something, in memory of Ben, I sort of put the idea of grabbing this on hold and kept my eye on a few things, but I don't know if anyone's ever looked at the prices of 70s Fenders. They're pretty well up there, and I mean, if anyone knows anything about Fender, that 70s weren't exactly a great time for them. So decided that I'm being way too picky to try and get something built in his month and his year is a bit of an ask. So I thought I'll go back and have a look at this. And yeah, I kid you not, it turned out to be a 1979. August 1979, so 1 month before he was born. I mean, come on. I'm not going to get much closer than Lee. That was sheer coincidence. Well, if you believe in coincidence. But yeah, so here it is. So what is it? It's a 1979 Greco Super Sounds 500 SE. This is actually pretty well my favourite guitar in the whole collection. And yeah, I bought, when I got this from those guys, I'll put a picture of it up here because I've still got pictures of it. And this is what it looked like. And if you know anything about Robbie Robertson, which I didn't know a lot at the time, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is one that I found for sale in England. And you'll notice the knobs. Robbie Robertson had the same. He did like what I like to do, put these knobs on there, which he used knobs off Telecasters and put on the, he liked them better than the Strat ones. So someone had obviously modded it a little bit for when I got it. So yeah, mate, sometimes things are just meant to be, aren't they? So I got me 79 Strat. It might not be a September one, but it's a 79. And that's good enough for me, I don't care. So yeah, I've had this for a fair while, like, I mean, pretty well 5 years. So, and I used it quite a lot. There's things that are just worn out. And I mean, it's 70s wiring, isn't it? So these things need to be fixed, updated and repaired. So this somewhat a restoration, but more just repairs and updating. So yeah, this is getting right back to what this whole what I wanted to do with Vault 35, was doing mods and having fun and stuff, and it was always inspired by Ben, because he used to do it. The bloke couldn't leave anything alone. He had to play with everything, stuff around with it, make it better, sometimes make it worse. But yeah, and I want to make it a bit more cranky, so we're going to put that in there, like I said, just to make it a little bit more cranky. I like the middle, and it's close enough to where a Strat pickup is anyway. It sounds good. This one here, I don't know. These are the original Maxon. These ones are the original Maxons. This neck pickup is actually a Seymour Duncan SL1. Old school classic Strat sound. I put that in there. And yeah, anyway. We need to get stuck into it, don't we? I'm yakking again. I've had a few brewskis, a few trippy hippies. Let's have a crack. I hope that was all right. I just wanted to tell you. Righto. Pardon me. Oh, it was almost cool, wasn't it? Just pulled them all off like that. Come on, mate. Right. Greco. This thing. I took my daughter out for a day. We left town and went somewhere, and there was a bottle shop there that had a mad, big, huge section of craft beers, and I'm having a crack at this thing. It's a Pilsner watermelon. I don't know how I feel about this, because I'm a big fan of watermelon. Righto. We've got that far. Flip it over. Actually, no, we'll get these off first. I'm actually a little bit worried that, I don't know whether these inserts will actually fit in there. Well, I guess we'll find out when I pull them off. So, let's do that. Righto, these are a bit smaller than usual, so please don't do this, because I can't find my spanner that a spanner that'll fit these. I don't know whatever happened to my spanner set, but and shifters are, as far as I'm concerned, last resort. They're big, they're clunky, and they're horrible. There's always one. I always say it. There's always one bloody thing that doesn't want to play nice. Drives you mad. Drives me mad. Righto. I'm doing this left-handed. Well, not even left-handed. It gets in the way of the camera. It's like I subliminally want to get in the way of the camera. Righto, let me crack this open and we'll have a go. Pardon me. Wow, these look really good. Okay. Well, we've run into a problem already, haven't we? I haven't thought this through. They're not going to fit. Tell you what. These are nice. Yeah, that feels good. Righto. We might have to, we may have to come up with a plan B here. Still going to use those. But, alright, well, let's take these off. We'll finish taking these off. But, I've used the last set. You can buy little inserts that go in there and fill up the hole. And, they, actually, let me show you this. Excuse the mess. But I used them here. So I actually get these through Music Lily as well. And because someone had drilled this neck out to put modern tuners in, and I wanted to put these vintage ones back in, which are about to be pulled out. And we're putting Clisson Supremes in this. So yeah, they're a little insert that pushes in and takes up all that space and just leaves you with a little hole big enough for your vintage tuners to poke through. So if I have to do that, I will. This is a little bit of an oversight on my half. I didn't really take this into consideration, so I guess that's kind of buggered that. Maybe we'll just get rid of the strings properly, and we'll do this bit for this video until I can get some of them in, I guess. Whoopsie. My bad. Hey? It's all these strats here. Bugger. Oh, well, let's, we've got to do something, don't we? So let's do that. That's a funny angle. Hey? Anywho, where are we? Well, that was a little bit of a slight overlook on my behalf. I should have picked up on that, seeing as though those tuners had those hex nuts on the top, that they were going to be a bit bigger. I've already ordered the inserts from Music Lily, and would you believe it? I'd never noticed before because they probably weren't the ones I was after, but they actually do those inserts that make it look like you have those hex nuts on the top, even though they don't actually do anything. They're not a nut. They just look like a nut. Those guys have some of the coolest stuff, man. Seriously. Not an ad. Check them out, but come on. How many times do I do this and realise that that's a really bad idea? I do want to keep these because being the original one, well, I assume these are the original ones. I'll go back and have a look at that picture actually, because I always knew that this 79 Greco had been modified or tampered. If you want to use that word, tampered with. Here we go. Holy moly. 40 plus years of gunk underneath there. I decided not to get a new bridge for now. I Kind of wish I did. Once I get these off, I'll flip it over and we'll have a look at the one that's on it. But I don't know. The block seems alright. It's a cast block. It seems pretty good. But the plate's not too bad as well, but I don't know. You save money where you can. If something doesn't really need to be replaced that much, then don't do it. And look, here we go. Well, that's pretty rad. Where did I get that from? Maybe I should pull that off and... No. Polish it up. What's the point of having aged nickel tuners if you're going to polish up the bridge plate? I wanted this guitar to have little funky patina and stuff. There's a mad blob of green there. Can you see that? That's real patina. Let me just nudge it out of the way for a second. And move them over. I'll whip them out for now. Yeah, have a mad look at this. This is a mad block. It's cast, but it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I love this thing, man. Look at that skunk strut neck. Not a big fan of the polished neck though. I'm up and down about dealing with that because that's what I want to keep those, because I just want to keep all the rigid edge parts. I've got the original neck pickup in this, out of this as well. Just so I've got all the original parts. I'll keep the original tuners. Here we go. SE500. Greco Deluxes. So they're like a Greco Clisson Supreme knockoff style. Some of these are just a bit crunchy and old, so let me flip it over. We'll put the rest of that in, and we might have to call it actually. We'll see how we go. We'll put the new saddles in. Right. Got you in a different spot, I think. Have a look with the old ones. Yeah, we just need the short fellas. Try not to cross them bloody threads. These are they're a little bit longer. Jeebus. I tell you what, that's one thing you got to do if you're looking at getting into doing little mods and things with guitars. Is just measure everything. Maybe these saddles aren't exactly 100% compatible here. Bit late now, down and by. You know what, I want to change that camera angle. I want to do that quickly. See, I'm more happy with that. I don't know why I didn't do stitches there before, bloody hell. Anyway. So I think the actual length of these this way is a little bit longer. Only by a couple of millimeters. I just sort of measured them up on the vernier and it's only by a couple of mil, but oh well. Wowee. I love these vintage saddles. This is more like it for me. Vintage spec. This thing is just screams vintage spec, this one. The tuners, bridge, the paint job, two-tone. That 57 look. Maple neck. Bloody rambling, I tell you. I'm trying to keep you entertained. I was excited to do this, but I feel like this has been boring. It's been a fairly somber weekend, actually. Yes. We've all been... Good, it looks much better. Oh man. It's just been one of them weekends. I haven't felt myself. Hey? And that looks pretty bloody good. Can we zoom in? I don't often do this. Look at that. It just looks miles better. Old school. Step tuners. Alright. Anyway, well, things didn't sort of go to plan with this one, did they? But at least I've ordered those bits. I did that while I turned the camera off and went and did a wee-wee. Alright, come on. Maybe we'll just go to bed. Maybe we'll go to bed. But that looks good. I'm really happy with that. It's been a minute and I miss this guy. Every single day. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry for being emo. I'll see you soon. See you. Bye.